scan this QR code with your phone so you can get a copy of the file. Okay, first, what is AI? AI is a technology that enables computers to perform tasks that usually require human intelligence, like understanding. When you speak with AI, you feel like you are talking to a person. You are not talking to a machine. It can understand everything. Even some people said ChatGPT can understand them. We speak about reasoning. Like, for example, you can explain, let's say, to ChatGPT, this is my daily life, this is what I eat, this is my age, and I feel, for example, I am tired. It try to give you a reason why you feel tired. And of course, it can generate content. You can ask AI to write poem for you, novel, a book, anything. So let's move. Now, part of AI is called machine learning. This is a branch of AI. We have other branches of artificial intelligence like natural language processing. So the AI can understand even your slang language. Even when you type a question and you have typo, it still can understand. Which computers learn patterns from data to make predictions? Give me example. Like, for example, you can predict the previous stock prices to predict which stocks next week will go up. They can make decisions without being explicitly programmed for every rule. What we mean by this? Before AI, when you write a program, for example, let's say you write a program so the user can enter numbers, the program calculate the average of these numbers. If you decided later, can you calculate the maximum value? It says, no, I am not programmed to do this. Clear? So before AI, whatever you program, they can do. Nowadays, the AI almost can do everything for you. So let's keep moving and see. Now, there are so many AI models. You can Google, you can find an AI model similar to ChatGPT. It's open source, which means you can download and use. However, the most difficult part, how you train the AI. You need large amount of data. Can you imagine like ChatGPT or Google Gemini? They trained on almost infinite data. Can you imagine every book, every article, every website, every theory? They trained on everything. However, bias can happen. Give me example. Like imagine if you trained AI and most of the training focus on a blue color. Then later, when you ask, like generate an image for me, you find that the AI model produce for you images focus more on blue. Another example, you know now AI is being used to screen job applications. Like for a company, when they announce for a job, imagine 10,000 persons apply. Who can screen them? Now AI agents screen them. So look at this example. Both applicants exactly have same qualification, same experience. The only difference in the gender, because the AI agent was trained wrong, it qualified the first one, disqualify the second one. This is what we mean by bias. What is the main issue for bias? It was your mistake. You didn't train AI on the correct data. Okay, let's keep moving. Now we speak about generative AI. It can generate anything for you. We will see today a few examples. However, you need to understand something. AI, we have something called AI hallucination. Do you know, Moloka, what is hallucination?
Yes, we have the same word in French. Like
Yes.
it's like you're dreaming, you know, saying things like you know, it's like you predicting things and you hallucinate. You
Exactly.
It's not real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So AI can hallucinate, which means when you ask AI, for example, write a book for me, it can generate information not mentioned in any other book, like fake or fictional information. So look at this example. You ask AI who wrote the first email in history. Then the AI answer, it was written by Alexander Graham Bell in 1885. At that time, you know, we don't have internet.
Oh, so that's incorrect. Okay.
Yeah, so even this is called hallucination. Even they don't realize that it doesn't make sense. At this time, no email.
Okay, 1885.
Yes, I will show you shortly how we can avoid hallucination.
Okay, you know what? Since you started talking about this, what I'm planning to do is to write a book on my experience.
Okay, great.
Banking experience and economic development. And I'll give my background and I see what they can. It's like, a talk show with written with somebody who is asking me questions and then I answer.
Of course, the AI can help you by suggesting title for the book, suggesting chapters, and even in each chapter suggest the sections for you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So now we use AI in everyday life. I will show you today how to use AI to summarize a book. You can use AI to plan your trip. Just tell ChatGPT, I plan to go next week, for example, to Paris. My budget is only 2,000.
Okay.
Recommend hotel for me. Recommend attractions to visit.
Wow.
It gives you fully plan.
And flight tickets?
Even a flight.
Cheap tickets. Okay.
Yes. You can tell the AI, my total budget is 2,000. I want to go to Paris.
Okay.
It will try its best to find cheap flight, cheap hotel, but even let's say you can say a 3-star hotel minimum.
Okay.
It can plan everything for you.
Wow.
Of course, it can translate from any language to any language.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Okay.
Yes. So also it supports creativity. Like you want to write a book, it suggests for you title, sections, a lot of things.
Okay.
So let's move. Now, when you ask a question, we call this prompt. Clear? So when you ask the AI, we call this prompt. This is like instructions given to the AI. Be clear, add limit. Like for example, when you ask, you can say only give me the information from trusted source.
Okay.
Or give me on 3-line summary. Or give me the result as bullet point. So try to be as much clear as you want. So the AI understand what you want. Before we start learning how to use AI, you need to understand that don't share your sensitive information with the AI. What we mean by sensitive information, like your driving license number, your social security number, your full name. Try as much as you can to hide these details.
Okay.
Even when you get output, read the output, because sometimes the output may contain inaccurate information.
Like the email.
Yes. So let's now start. Look at this example. Book summary. Let me take this one. Okay. And here, imagine I ask, okay, this is ChatGPT. Feel free to use ChatGPT or Google Gemini. Okay. So we have two well-known AI models. Okay. You can use this chatgpt.com. Let me put in the chat. Or there is also another powerful one called Google Gemini. So both can be used. Let me both give you in the chat. So you can open in your screen also. If you already have a Google account, you can start using Google Gemini immediately. But with the ChatGPT, you can still log in also to ChatGPT using your Gmail account.
Yeah, I never use the ChatGPT.
Yes, you can now. You can now just, it's up to you.
Same here.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll give you one.
To Google.
Sorry, say again.
I go to my Google.
Yes, okay. This is ChatGPT. Open ChatGPT. The link I give you in the chat. Check in the chat. Okay. So again, let me now close. Let me open the ChatGPT. Okay. Look, when you open ChatGPT, the first time it asks you to log in. So you can log in using your Gmail account. Okay. So when you are ready, let me know so we can practice. So look here, for example, this is a book about database design. The book is like 153 pages. And imagine I am a student. I want a summary of this book. So I can say summarize the attached book. So let me add the book. Again, how to add the book? Sorry, let me slow. You click add files. Then add files and photos here in my computer. So it's reading the book now. Summarize the attached book. Let's say I want only maybe 2 pages, or I can say, for example, only I want half-page summary using simple language. Look, this is called the prompt. You
don't have summary, in your prompt. Half page.
Yeah, because I said summarize.
Right.
In half page. Yes.
Okay.
Then look, after the summary, then list the key takeaways. Let's say in 5 to 7 short bullet points.
Okay.
If you press enter, look, the book is 153 pages. I'm asking ChatGPT to summarize the whole book in half page. Can you imagine? In a simple language.
Okay.
Look, it's now, because I am using thinking. This takes time. If you go to instant, it will be faster, but less accurate.
Least thinking, yeah.
Yeah, it's better to go for thinking. What happened? Let me just refresh. Okay, look now. Look, half page summary. It gives you half-page summary. And if you read, like, look, the book begins by comparing older file-based systems with modern. It gives you simple language. Even someone can understand with no background about database. So this is the half-page summary. Then
the takeaways. Okay.
In bullet points. Now you can change. Like, you can go back here. You can say, for example, summarize in 2 pages, for example.
Okay.
Send. Now it's going to, again, run, reading the document, and look, start generating summary. It should be about 2 pages summary. Look.
Wow.
It is done almost. Okay, then the key takeaways.
Yeah.
So this is the first example, how you summarize a book.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes. Second example, assume you did a blood test and you want to analyze the results. So you can use this prompt. Let me just copy and paste. Look, let's read. Review the attached blood test. Now I downloaded as an example. Sorry, here it's in another. This one. Look, imagine this is a sample blood test. So if you want to analyze, don't give your information. Like here, you can see the date, your patient ID, your name, a lot of information.
So you put those.
So you can skip this one. You can just take screenshot from this part.
Okay.
You get the
Only
point?
the exam.
Exactly. So you don't. So the AI doesn't know too much information about you. Now you paste as image, doesn't contain your information. Then review the attached blood test. Provide a simple executive summary in 3 lines, for example, or you can say in 2 lines. Then list the main things I should avoid and the things I should increase or improve. Okay, let's now start.
Yeah, because this is health issue.
Look, finish after 25 seconds. Then give you 2-line executive summary. Your CBC shows anemia, for example, and explain you have also this pattern. You contact your doctor urgently today. Then main things to avoid delaying medical care, avoid strenuous exercise, avoid alcohol, so avoid aspirin. Main things to increase, urgent follow-up. You need B12, folate, hydration. So imagine.
That's very interesting that you can compare what the doctor say about your lab exam and it's comparing the
for me, when I do blood tests, I first check with ChatGPT to understand everything. Then when I visit my primary care, I discuss. I have a lot of knowledge before I visit my primary care.
That's very interesting.
That's good.
You can say like this: check user ratings, doctor. Let's say advices and
recommendation.
Trusted sources about this medication for let's say people with diabetes
and high blood pressure.
Okay.
Diabetics
and high blood pressure. Okay. Enter. Thinking. Yeah, look, appears to be dietary supplement. This is a supplement.
Okay. Not a medication.
It is clarifying for you that it is a supplement, not medication.
Yeah, okay. I knew that it was a supplement.
Yeah. Then what I found on Walmart, for example, they list no ratings. Some other website give you rating 3.7 out of 5. This is not good.
Okay.
And also the listing also says the primary ingredient is this one, blend.
Very blend.
A different official like this, including
white mulberry.
Yes.
Mulberry leaf, yeah.
I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, they said it's from Indian thing, Chinese, cinnamon. Okay.
But look, trusted medical sources don't support replacing diabetes treatment with supplements.
It's not replacing. Okay.
It's a supplement. That's it.
Yeah,
it's not a medication.
Yeah,
not a medication.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell you what FDA says, and look, you can click here and you can go to more information.
Okay. FDA allows company to stop illegal sales of product claiming to treat diabetes. Okay.
So as you see, it summarizes a lot of time for you rather than you go and search on Google. It summarizes everything for you like in one page.
Okay.
You get information from different sources.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, look at the prompt, check user ratings, doctor advices, and trusted sources about this medication for people with diabetes and high blood pressure.
Yeah, that was your prompt, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Another example, like you can ask ChatGPT, check trusted and official sources, especially US Customs and Border, and summarize the current steps to apply for global entry to USA. Give me eligibility, application process, fees, interview requirements, expected timeline, and key documents needed. Use simple bullet points and include links to the official sources. So it can summarize, look, let's take copy and go here, paste. It can summarize for you everything you need to know before you apply for global entry. Look, after 9 seconds, give you eligibility, application, process, fees, interview requirement, expected timeline, like within 2 weeks. Some people said 12 months. And if additional review needed, then it can take up to 2 years. And documents you need to submit. So, and look, for everyone, it gives you link. So you can click, like if you click here, you can go, okay, and visit that website.
You have more details than the government website.
Yeah, it also summarizes for you, because when you go to the government website, you find so many information, a lot of information to read. But it summarizes it for you. This is a summary.
Yeah, that's.
And they said expected. Let me just read this. Expected time, process time. Okay.
Where here?
Yeah.
So
Application
here?
process. Okay. No, expected processing time. Below this.
Okay.
Expected timeline. Yeah. Expected
timeline. Yes.
80%. Okay. Or applicants are approved within 2 weeks. Oh, okay. May take 12 months. Okay. I know my daughter did it. I want her to do it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
but now not many people are coming to the US, so it's easy. You go very smooth. Yeah.
Okay. And look, this example just so you can understand the difference between poor prompt, like when you say, "Tell me how to get a green card."
Okay.
Why we consider this poor prompt? Because you don't explain exactly.
Okay.
You don't like the ChatGPT here controlling you. You are not controlling ChatGPT. But look how I write it, for example. Instead of writing just very simple question.
Okay. Assume the role of an immigrant.
Assume the role of an immigration lawyer. Look, you can give ChatGPT, we call this role.
Okay.
Imagine you are an immigration lawyer with 20 years of experience. So AI explain step-by-step process for applying a US green card through family sponsorship. Include eligibility, required forms, major timeline stages, and common mistakes.
That's good.
So let's now go here. And now if I go back to this one, if you remember, we spoke about AI hallucination.
Yeah.
You can say set temperature to 0. What this mean? When you say set temperature to 0, because when you say high temperature, it's like hallucination.
No high fever.
It can generate for you fake information. But when you say set temperature to 0, this means you tell AI only give me the information. You are 100% are correct.
No high fever.
Exactly. So
this
is how you can do this. You can you can use this, like set temperature to 0.
I see.
Now, if we go back, look, family-based green card process. This is for you.
Who can sponsor whom?
Okay. If you already have a green card, you can sponsor your family, and you need to fill form 130, and they explain everything for you. Then imagine, for example, you are confused about a point. Let's say, for example, this one is not clear for you. Okay, you can say expand your explanation for this point. Clear? So it can give you like more information. Look, it gives you more information about that point. So even if a point like this one is not clear, you can just also ask, okay, ChatGPT, explain more. I am still don't understand. So look, a typical family-based adjustment package may include all these forms.
Yeah, I went through all this,
Yeah, so basically, if a point is not clear, you can elaborate. Ask, give me more, explain more. Explain, for example, how I get my form I-94. It gives you the website to download the form I-94.
Yeah, the last trip and okay.
So that's it. So you have a source that can answer any question,
but
and summarize the information for you.
While we're here, can you ask if the adjustment of status is permitted nowadays?
Okay. Can you check if adjustment of status? Yes, of course.
Maybe not, because now they even don't want you to come in.
Okay, it's permitted
to be out. Yeah.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says. Yes.
Oh, it is permitted. Okay.
But only for
inside the US. Okay. And meet the legal requirements. Okay.
So it explains, and it also gives you the link.
Okay.
Like if you click, it shows you the source, adjustment of status, and you can explore more. Okay. So I think
still permitted, but
yeah, the last example, like if you have an email or message and you think this could be phishing, you can ask like review the attached email or message and tell me either whether you think it's legitimate or phishing.
Or spam. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
or spam.
That's very interesting.
Exactly. Then look, list the warning signs, suggest what I should do next, analyze the text, the sender, the tone, the links in that message, and even if there's a requested action, like click this link to reset your account, or open this document to see your salary. So it analyze and tell you if this is legitimate or suspicious or a spam.
Yeah, that's the frauds. Okay.
Okay, so that's it. Tell me if you have any other questions.
It was very informative because I didn't know that the extent of what I can get from the AI.
Yeah,
I was suspicious because I missed the revolution of the technology, the new technology, because I am too old. But now I see all the benefit I can get from.
Yeah. Look,
at least from a point of view of information.
Yes,
Before tackling anything, I can just go and learn